Hello Straders, Dan here, playing Blue-Red Affinity. I'm now... Oh, happy holidays to all of you. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I hope you're all doing well. I am 3.5 years into making internet content full time, which is awesome. Most of it is not magic. If you want it to be magic, please support this channel at patreon.com/magicgatheringstrat. That would help out because I have to do the true crime podcasts as they generate the money. This looks pretty bad actually, but I'm going to keep it because I'm a keeper. I can't mulligan that, can I? Okay, so the idea with this deck, there's a deck tech video, is to avoid the color problems with Affinity. I will include a link to the deck list in the show notes. Here we go. I think I'm playing against Blue-Red Delver. That doesn't take too much time to figure out. I am playing this Terrarion. I'm playing Arena every day now. You weren't too keen on the Arena video, so I just gave that up. But I am playing Magic Arena every day. Mostly standard in the play and the ranked system. Alright, so now I can play Frogmite pretty cheaply. And then I have nothing. So I feel he's preordaining away his first two turns. But I feel I really have to find something, so I'm gonna burn the Terrarion. Even though I don't have red mana. No, I have to keep it for the red mana. Next turn. I can wait until next turn. Probably this is a much worse matchup without the green guys in the deck. I expect to get something to kill here. There's no reason to play Snow-Covered Islands unless you're playing red, so... Striped Riverwinder! That reeks of control. I have never seen that card in play, but I know what it does because I still listen to color commentary. Good podcast. Will he animate them? They talked about some new animator deck. Huh. Do I want to burn this now? Yes, I do. I should play another land first, so I don't get screwed over in some way. I want blue and red. I'm probably just gonna prism here. I don't want to get dazed or something like that. And now I have something useful to do. Play the prism, play the thought cast. This works. Mr. Tog, but I'm not gonna be able to play him now, so just draw some cards. But with the prism in play, I have all the color I need. Look at that, he costs 2. Now stuff happens. And next turn will be sweet. He is still arranging his deck. I don't even know if Ultimate Masters is out. Is it out? Do people play foil? Wow! He really can't find... He's finding a land now, right? So he can scred the Mirror Forcer next turn. If that is what he's playing, I am not sure anymore. You probably know. Tell me in the comments. No, don't tell me in the comments. I will have found that. Evolving Wilds tells me that we are going to see a snow-covered mountain. But now this is where we truly go off, right? So we play the Mirror Enforcer for 1 mana. Can we even play Perilous Research? And I think we're better off playing the Tog. These non-artifact lands, they feel super wrong. Now I feel better, but he can still scred something. I think the Ancient Den is the prime target for the research. But yeah, the Striped River Winders threw me off. I'm not sure what he's playing now. He might fetch a Swamp. Yes! Now then it's some sort of reanimator thing. How big is the River Winder? 5/5. Yeah, that blocks Mirror Enforcer, but Tog just laughs at it. I do wish I had another red mana. That would be useful. Exhume. You knew you want it. We are far beyond keeping up counters. Energy drink. That did not look optimal, but surely he knows what he's doing. Ten cards in his hand. Here's the Exhume. But it's still just the 5/5 hexproof. And Atog doesn't care. I got him here. He's dead, right? Does he play Snuff Out? That would be embarrassing. Now I have Dispel. That's nice. So I am sacrificing 7 artifacts and I have Tamer Battle Rage. So I am just charging. I don't need to do anything really. I can play another Tog for whatever reason. But no, I can't because that's my only red mana. So I will attack with everything. And see what he does. He blocks the right creature, but that will not help him. We need some mana for the Battle Rage. And then we eat stuff. Can tap these things as well. Because we are eating them all. And Battle Rage! Hooray! That felt good. He foils it. Fun that I was actually speaking about foil. But that won't work for you, sir. And now comes the Snuff Out. No Snuff Out. I think yes did 28 points of damage. You will lose the mana. I can live with that. Hooray! Okay. We obviously want... What do we want? We want to see our cards. That's what we want to do. So Pyroblast, perhaps. No enchantments. Dispel was nice. No artifacts. What do we take out for the Pyroblasts? A Fling or two? Or one Fling? What else, people? What else? Maybe a Galvanic Blast, actually. Keep the dispels in. What's your experience with foil then? It's very new to the format. What do you think about it? God, it feels unusual to create content in English. Please apologize. Sorry for the English. I am not the native English speaker. And I do all my podcasting except the Fan of History podcast in Swedish. This looks pretty bad. Can I even keep this? I think I have to. But this looks like I remember how it was to play Affinity. Still got the Terrarion. I can maybe get the Thoughtcast going. There is a Frogmite, that will help. So now we have a second turn Frogmite and Thoughtcast. That could help me get out of trouble. Especially if he keeps doing that. He could have a turn 2 Striped Riverwinder. And that I would have a problem dealing with. Yeah, keep looking for the cards. Why are his lands snow covered? Probably because he was just playing Scred Delver. Still only have 2 artifacts here. That's a problem. Because I have this stupid land. So I have to pay 2 for the Frogmite. And the Mirror Enforcer looks super expensive. Can't really Perilous Research something. Can I? We're gonna have to deal with the 5/5 next turn. It's 3 mana. 4. Oh, now it's 3 mana for the Mirror Enforcer. Do you even pack counter spells? Looks tight. How much is this guy? 3. Oh, Finland. This guy is better, right? Okay, so we are getting blue mana out of the Terrarion. What happened? So we have 2 mana. We are using the Terrarion for blue. And 1 more blue, thank you. And now I messed everything up. Because I should have cast the Gear Seeker first. That was bad. Classic Affinity miss. Yeah, that was terrible. That's gonna cost me the game. It was the cancelling that wrecked me there. But Affinity takes a lot of practice, and I don't have that practice. I play Affinity maybe every 6 months. So careful, kids. Don't do this at home. Now I only have 3 artifacts. And now I got to face a 5/5. Yeah, he gushes and then he exhumes. That's That's the kind of plan he has. So it's like facing a Gurmag Angler pretty much for this deck. You can't burn it. You have to block it. But yeah, I messed that up so bad. So my Mirror Forcer is 4. I can't even cast my Gear Seeker now. It's sort of a bit like Exhume Control, if you remember that deck from the third Pauper Gauntlet by David. Alright, so I messed that up. Now I have to salvage this. And I can do almost nothing. Thoughtcast is like 2 mana. So let's start with that. And that didn't lead anywhere. This non-artifact land is hurting the deck quite a bit. Relic, he really hates my graveyard. I will exile something from my graveyard. I kid you not. Ogre! Well, Frogmite can block him all day. I am blue-red, but where are my red mana? Daze is put into his hand. He had Snuff Out, look at that! And I don't think I will win this one. So I can still Thoughtcast, look at that! So we can target the Hexproof guy, of course. We can target the Ogre. Mirror Forcer is 4 mana. I think I'm better off casting Thoughtcast for 2 and drawing into more stuff. Star is nice. I have 4 artifacts, 5 artifacts next turn, and I can drop a ton of Mirror Forcers. Don't count me out yet. And even a Gearseeker Serpent if I manage to click correctly. So let's see if I can do that. Oh yeah. He's just drawing cards like a crazy person. And now Exhume will actually bring me back a Frogmite. Which will kind of help, actually. With the wall of... Oh, Gurmag Angler! But of course, still my wall of enforcers will be able to help me. Maybe I should have countered. Okay, now I got 2 mana Mirror Forcers. The first one is 2 mana. The second one is 1 mana. And the third one is no mana. And I am ahead of him in mana development. Now I must remember to Pyroblast stuff. And I will play the Gearseeker Serpent next turn. He still has 7 cards though, but he has a problem with mana development. Now I can just double block one of them. He has no direct damage. But Snuff Out strikes again. He's now 10. If you snuff out the second guy, that's a problem. Another Gurmagangler is a problem too. So now I just double block the hexproof guy. And go to 4. And then I have to do some work next turn. Togas. Okay, now we do it correctly, right? Play Gearseeker Serpent. Pay 2 blue mana. I'm using this thing for blue mana. And that. So here it comes. Gearseeker Servant can block you all day. And here is Mr. Tog, creating some complicated math situations. He hydroblasts it, and I think we let that go. We don't need a Tog. We can Galvanic Blast the one. There's not much to sacrifice. Yeah, we can Galvanic Blast the other one. So I'm fine with that. We might counter the Galvanic Blast. But I will be in a great situation if that happens. I wish I had more than one Gearseeker in the deck. All of the cards in the graveyards, your Gurmaganglers will be hard to cast. Maybe you only have 2. Come at me, bro. Here they come. Okay, we start out with Galvanic Blasting one of them. And see that it really hits. He dazes it. Leaving us no alternative than to block with both anyway. Still a decent spot, I think. As Gearseeker survives. Gearseeker is doing work here. I am gonna sacrifice Dark Steel Citadel. And I'm gonna play the Great Furnace. Play a Star. I can't kill him. I can kill him. But if he has a counterspell, that doesn't work. It's pretty... If he has anything, he can avoid it. But I can know if he can avoid it. But I think it is too dangerous. I might be wrong. I have protection against most things now. Even snuff out. So are we doing it? No. We're doing the Affinity dance, finding more resources. Still have to wait. We are still safe. How safe are we? All the graveyards are gone. What happens if you exhume a Gangler? It just shows up, right? There is no problem. Okay. We don't want another Ogre Bolas in the game. So counter that, the Sidewinders are like 7 or 6 mana. Burn the star for blue for some action. Find Tog. That's probably the game, right? He is trying to foil us. He was discarding 2 cards for that. And the spell is pretty powerful there. I think we got it. Unless he... Of course, he will draw something nasty. But I will swing with these 2 guys. And one of them will do something fantastic. There's an Ogre Bolas. We know the card he finds. He finds Snuff Out. That's a problem. He does not have the mana for Snuff Out. So what happens here if I attack? He will snuff out the Gangler. And then I have double... If I just trade the Gear Seeker for the Gangler. And then he only has Snuff Out. And now if I Battle Rage it, he will snuff out it. And that will not work. So he just throws an Ogre under the bus, which is fine. That leads us to salvation. Now I can snuff out the Tog. But he must also be very, very defensive here. I'm kind of inclined to attack with everything. What's happening now? He's casting Snuff Out for mana. How nice is that? But then he doesn't have a Snuff Out. Or maybe that is his way of concealing the second Snuff Out. But I am going to risk that. Because I will now go for gold. I think. And gold is not that hard to achieve here. Okay. So I ate something to kill that thing. Smells of snuff out. But I still have this frogmite. So I will go for gold. That was a strange sacrifice. We have a 7. That was too much, right? That was too much. Is that a snuff out in your hand, or are you just happy to see me? And blue-red Affinity crushes him. It's a bit late for North. Yes! Whoa! Despite my horrible play. Let's have a look at the deck. Here it is. So I did a deck tech video for it. You can find it if you just look a couple of videos back in the channel. I think we have way too few creatures, but it kind of worked this time. Thank you for watching, and please consider contributing to our Patreon, patreon.com/magicgatheringsstrat. That would help me to be able to make one Magic video a week, at least. Every Monday, I promise you, I will give you a Pauper video. And let me know if you want to see more Arena videos, because I can do those all day. Because I spend an hour, 3 hours every day playing Arena. Cheers!